You're watching
INC Radio.
INC Radio. Valley, California. Central Valley, California. Central Valley, California. INC Radio. Central Valley, California.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, and welcome back to another great episode here on Central Valley, California's satellite studio. My name is Melvi Tamayo, and of course, I'm not alone with me right now. I am your main host, but my co-host is with me today, and we are so thrilled with our topic this afternoon. Terry, how you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Once again, thank you for tuning in and watching us. I'm so excited to be here. It seems like a while since I've been with you.
Yes.
That's right. So, and I know we're not alone. Would you like to go ahead and introduce them?
Yes, gladly. All right. We have two wonderful guests with us today who will be joining us in our topic or episode that's all about turn a new leaf. Now, this means change is in the air.
Yes, that's right.
I'm loving the cool weather, by the way. It's been so hot here in the Central Valley. Now, without further ado, let me go ahead and call on first Alwin. Alwin, how you doing over there?
Hello, Terry. Hello, Melvi, and to all our listeners and viewers. Again, I'm Alwin Acuna from Merced, and I'm glad to be here and be part of this discussion today.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Next up, Gabe. Hi, Gabe. How you doing?
Hi, hello. Yes, my name is Brother Gabriel Teodoro. I just recently transferred here. It's because of college. So yes, I'm very new here to Central Valley, and yes, very excited to be here. Also, my camera did cut off last minute, so as much as I love to show my face, until next time, it's gonna have to be my name tag.
No
So,
worries.
Yeah,
No worries. That means you're going to have to come back and then on the next show.
absolutely.
So, so I've mentioned that change is in the air.
Right.
Terry, Alwin,
Yes.
and Gabe, what are your favorite seasons? For me, honestly, fall. I'm in love with fall.
So am I.
Yes.
I love the cooling after the summer. I
Yes.
love it. And I can finally put on my sweater, my best sweater that I have. And not even that, it's just the cool air. And then the sun is shining, but there's cool air. I love that feeling. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And you know what else? It's the nature.
Mhm.
I love the vibrant colors,
Yes.
the palettes. Look, I mean, we're matching today. As a matter
We're
of
twinning.
fact, we're twinning. This is how much we love fall, by the way. How about you, Alwin or Gabe? What are your favorite seasons, and what is it about during fall that you're looking forward to?
Well, for me, I really like the winter season. It's the the sight and the feel of cool and cold weather, and I like the snow, winter sports, and all that. But in terms of atmosphere and the colors, I don't think there's nothing that will beat a fall. So that's why I'm here. I want to share how we look forward to the change of season going to fall, the change of colors, and all that we can do as the weather cools down.
Of course. How about you, Gabe? Do you have a
Yes.
favorite season?
Honestly, I am very much a winter person myself. While I do love summer, yes, it's nice, warm, toasty. I don't do very well with heat. And as a person who grew up in the Bay Area, it's frequently cold there, and I essentially adapted to it. I got used to it. Yeah, but yeah, kind of like what you said. Winter's the kind of time you get to wear your favorite sweater and whatnot. But really, I'd rather have it cold than hot. I'm the
Yes.
kind of person to go to bed every night with the thermostat set at 69 degrees with the fan pointing directly at my face. Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I just like I just like it cold.
Who doesn't like cold? I think we all love that even the fashion, the layering up and whatnot. So other than that, I know that when it comes to change in season, there's also change in our lives. And when it comes to fall, I don't know about you, but I have this feeling of, how when you're sometimes reflecting, right? And you're seeing the changes around you. So in our lives,
Yes.
maybe Terry can also have her input. How do you stay grounded with all the changes that's happening around you?
Well, I love the changes. I think it's for the better, especially with the winter season. But I stay grounded, I believe, because I know what I want, and I stay grounded just to make sure that I still do the things that I do daily,
Yes.
except that it's cooler, and but there's not a big change. Of course, even the food that I eat changes when it gets cooler. Of course, I just want to tell you, sinigang is my favorite food,
Me too.
especially when it gets colder.
Can't argue
So,
there.
as far as that can also put me grounded as well. The food that I eat and the things that I do, like exercise
Yes.
every day. I like to do that, and of course, the things that I do for my duties and for the church. So those are balances that I need to make sure that
Wow,
I
that's
do. Yes.
amazing. I do the same thing. How about you, Alwyn or Gabe? How do you stay grounded or rooted whenever things change around you?
Well, first of all, when I was in school, I learned that surveys and studies show that countries with 4 seasons are the more productive people for the economy and for everything that they do, because we tend to obviously we need to adapt to the different seasons, and for me, moving from the Philippines to here, it really, I can say and I can feel that I have in personally and in terms of at work, it gives me a different perspective every time there's a change of season. I need to adapt myself. I need to obviously do the changes in at home and at work. So for me, I think it's for the best of everyone. Whenever we change to a different season, that we tend to, just like you briefly mentioned, we tend to reflect and see what we can do best for ourselves, and obviously for our family as we change into a new season.
Wow, that's amazing. I love all of your input. I love that
Mhm.
answer. So much in there, as a
What
matter of fact.
What about you? You haven't.
Oh, I haven't. I'm waiting
How
for
do you?
Gabe to say
Oh, okay.
something first. Save the best for
Oh,
last.
okay. Okay.
How about you, Gabe?
Yeah, for me personally, when it comes to season change, not much changes for me personally. It's different season. It's comes from summer to winter or from fall to winter. I mean, it could be the fact that still a student, not professionally working yet. It's the same formula, other than the fact I gotta new change of clothes and maybe some new classes for the next semester. But yeah, there is somewhere along the lines there definitely is a bit of mindset, a little bit of a change of mindset here out, and especially as myself as a college student, like I'm definitely going to be going through like several phases, not just through seasons, but as the semester progresses, like I might have like different thoughts about XYZ or my classes and whatnot, but or maybe even habits in the way I study, and then actually, I just thought of this just now. Chances are, since seasons might change, the way I work might change. Who knows? But hey, we have yet to see that. But other than that, I'm mostly like super fixated on like one particular formula throughout the whole year. I mean, of course, things come up, but other than that, not much too much changes. But yeah,
Yeah, it's good to have structure. And as a matter of fact, both of you made a really good point, or you made great points when Alwyn said, adapt.
Mhm.
Adaptability is huge. It's so important in our lives. And then Gabe mentioned mindset. You combine those two, you can hurdle anything in your life. Of course, even with prayer, coupled with prayer, of course. So now, with that in mind, I know that all of us live here in the Central Valley, and I know that Gabe is now a student, and he, moved along, and hope and good luck, and we wish you the best in your college years, Gabe. So I know that we can all share what we love about Central Valley. Now, before we dive into that, you asked me for my input,
Yes,
right?
I did.
Just like Alwyn mentioned, I came from a place, an island called Guam, where we had one season. When we moved here, I was in shock. I was freezing, I remember, because we moved here back in November 2000. It was cold. We did not have sweatshirts. We didn't have coats. We didn't layer up. So my first worship service experience was indeed so memorable that I will never forget. My toes were numb the whole entire time.
But you still have it, right?
Yes, it still happens up to this point. So I have to wear three pairs of socks. Anyway, so let's go ahead and dive into what Central Valley is all about, the vibes other than the nature, right? So let's go ahead and talk about our experiences. Like, what do you love about Central Valley during fall season? I know that what we do or what we have is an abundant harvest of a lot of the agricultural farms when it comes to fruits, to nuts, and all kinds of other activities. What is your
Yes.
favorite? Do you have a
I think my
one?
favorite one is like when you're driving along the highways or something like that, and then you see some of those veggies that are orangey kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the oranges. And like you said, Central Valley produces a lot abundance of agricultural things, and it is that time when there's a lot of growth that comes out. And I really enjoy looking at those, even the blossoms,
Yes.
and that comes out, and things like that. So those are the things that I really enjoy.
Yeah. What
Yes.
about you, Alwyn and Gabe?
Well, just like you said, Terry, we have, and then Melby, we have here. We are in a agricultural part of the country, so it coming from or people from like urban areas, LA or San Francisco, they don't really see much of the transition of the crops that are being planted here. We are actually we are the main source of fruits and vegetables for the country. So whenever only here in the Central Valley, most of the farms transition their farms into different crops. Not like in different, like let's say in Idaho, they plant potatoes all year. But here, most of our farms here, they plant, vegetables, fruits, and different types of crops, and they rotate it uh, uh, during the year, so that that variety, that transition to different types of crops is really fun to see because it's different at this time of year and different at that time of year. So it's not just seeing it; we're learning and we're experiencing all those.
Yes, very, very true. There's so much going on. Like every season, there's always something. But I do
Yes.
love looking at the grapes, so the
Yes.
grapevines and the cornfields.
Yes.
I was kind of sad when I passed by that one area where I always look, and at the same time at night when I go attend the worship service, and you see a beautiful sunset just
Yes.
behind the horizon of a bunch of cornfields. But now they've already harvested them, so I'm sad. I love corn. I don't know
too.
about there's something about cornfields and sunset for some reason. How about you, Gabe? When you were here, what were some of your fond memories, or what are you excited about when fall season comes?
Yeah, no, most definitely. So Terry mentioned earlier, um, about driving down the highway that you see all the fields. Definitely, a good fun little memory. Okay, it's a pretty recent memory. It's pretty much just like my first week here, moving into Central Valley for college. But I just remember, yeah, just driving around, me and my family, just driving, just checking out because we, like I said earlier, I'm not from here, so we have yet to check everything out, everything that Central Valley has to offer. And honestly, I think the biggest takeaway for me personally while driving is just literally just driving on the highway itself. Because as a person who grew up in the Bay Area, as well as someone who frequently drives around there, there's always a lot of hills, a lot of twisty roads and freeways. It's you can't say that, yeah. There's no straight roads, but then here in Central, it's I just remember I'm driving down from my college down to Fresno, even to the close church worship service. Yeah, it was just all straight roads. It's just a simple straight line. And then I remember at that time that night, or it was almost sunset. I was driving down the freeway going back to my dorm, and I had the music playing, and I was just driving. I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty nice. It's probably the most relaxing thing so far in Central Valley. It's a
Yes,
very
yeah,
straight
thank you.
roads.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Kuya Tech, whenever you're ready. Now, if there's one thing that never changes, that even though we have 4 different seasons here in the Central Valley, our unwavering faith and contributions and community services that we uphold or we hold every time we have district activities here in the Central Valley District, we always do our best to help in our community. So Kuya Tech, whenever you are ready, because recently we just held the health outreach
Right.
last week. As a matter of fact, it was here in Fresno.
Yes.
So Kuya Tech, whenever you're ready, please share with us that video presentation so everyone can see what Central Valley District 2 is all about.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that's going on in our district. And so this time when we had our health outreach, there was a lot of turnout as far as the district's brethren. So we were able to give out a lot of flu vaccines to our brethren there. As you can see, like our district minister also had his flu vaccine given to him by one of the nurses that administered the flu vaccine. And so all of the brethren pictured here in our video were able to enjoy and be part of the vaccine. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone who supported our activity that day. And thank you for all of your support in all of our activities. With that in mind, I did see a lot of smiling faces. And you know what? It's so nice to see everybody helping each other.
It is. It is.
That alone, we're filled with deep gratitude.
Mhm.
Now, when all of these changes are around us, of course, we do not forget to also feel thankful.
Yes.
What are you most thankful for? And, I know that in research, as a matter of fact, in research, they say that gratitude helps or it helps improve our health and well-being. So how do you practice gratitude in your life?
Well, I like doing things for people. And so even when I go to the store and I open the door for somebody, it doesn't have to be an elderly person, it can be anybody. I try to open the door for them to go in or out. And if they need any help in carrying something, I try to make myself available to that. So that's great. And in that, to also help in when you say to helping out, I like to give out, I always have in my purse an invitation for our church worship services and our Bible missions. So I'm really happy when I do that because I feel like I'm being part of the propagation that we always are being reminded to do. So that's kind of one of the things that I like to do.
You hit the nail on the head on that one because I do the same. I really do. I love to give my time, my love,
It is.
and everything else. How about you, Alwyn and Gabe? What are you grateful for, and how do you practice that in your daily lives?
Well, let me start by saying that, I really like how we titled this episode Turning a New Leaf, because that's basically our, every day, we turn in a new leaf in our life. But we should not forget, we should always look and remember our roots, and look back to people who have helped us before. So I mean, I really make it a point whenever, to acknowledge or remember and thank people, obviously, who've been helping me or helping us and help, us before. So I think it's good to always, a simple greeting to them, and just acknowledge uh, what they have helped us with, and obviously the brethren and our relatives, our parents, of course. So for me, those simple greeting, text, simple call, I think it means a lot to the people, in terms of acknowledging them, and uh, giving gratitude to what they have done for us.
Absolutely. How about you, Gabe?
Yeah, so yeah, some of the ways I practice gratitude, kind of like what Terry said. Um, yeah, just simply holding the door open for people, giving compliments. But then also one particular way I tend to practice gratitude is I just look at the things I have in front of me. Like sometimes I tend to forget like the things the things I've been given thanks to God, as well as my family and friends, all the support that they've given me. And like sometimes I get distracted from it, mainly because of either stress or work. Yeah, sometimes. Okay, well, basically that. And then like, there'll be times when like I'm just, I don't know, having a break, just sitting at my desk or just laying in bed, and then I look back, and then I look at where I am now, and I think to myself, oh yeah, I forgot I have all this. Thanks to them, thanks to God's blessings and my parents' hard work, that I was able, and as well, of course, my hard work as well. There's all that put together. Like I was able to get to where I am now, and I forget that sometimes, but it's always nice to look back on it. Like especially this week and the week before, it was kind of rough, especially since like midterms like came around a lot earlier than I expected. Yeah, it was a stressful time for me. And then even the week after that, I did go through a bit of a kind of a sad little phase, but yeah, it was tough. But then yeah, I was on call. Then I'm like on a call with my parents, and they just remind me, well, just try to think positively. Don't dwell on it too much. Like just think of where you are now. You're actually, and then they tell me, hey, you're doing really well. And then yeah, when I did think about that, and they're like, yeah, basically all I'm trying to say is like appreciate the little things you got. Like don't be hesitant to stop on the side of the road to smell the roses. Appreciate the little things.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. Now, I know that we are coming to a close. We are very grateful for all of you here, for all of our viewers. But before that, I'm going to give myself a minute to actually read some comments before we close. First, from Danny Aglipa. Hello po to all the brethren in the District of Central Valley, California. Happy viewing po. Watching from the local of Orosi District of Central Valley, California. Hello po. From Brother Isaias Antinu, our beloved Executive Minister. Hello po. Happy viewing to all brethren. Hashtag CVC. From Tawanda Coach Ran, happy viewing from the local congregation. From Melissa Benedicto, hello and happy viewing from Lee Moore. From Carl Rudolph Ilaga, he said, please don't forget to share the link po, like and comment here as well. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, one more. From Lynette, good morning po. From Ilugan Local. Oh, from Metro Manila East. Though I am not from the Philippines, I love winter. Oh, thank you po. Thank you for sharing. Anyway, so now that we've talked about all of this turning a new leaf, I know that we're always looking for, of course, what's ahead. The past is the past. We can never look back, but we can continue on moving forward. Now, before we say goodbye to all of you, we'd like first to also acknowledge our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our CFO Overseer and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Iranio V. Manalo. Thank you po so much for all that you do in the entirety of the Church of Christ. We love you po. And to all of our listeners and viewers out there, be mindful of your actions. Let's enjoy the upcoming change of the season, whether if it's fall, winter, spring, or summer. Do your best every day, and always remember that attitude is indeed a choice, so always choose the right one. I am Melvi Tamayo from Central Valley, California, and next with me is
Terry Soriano, also from Central Valley, California.
And thank you for tuning in. Till next time, we love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Sa iglesia sila ay nagmamahal. Sa amin iyong ibiniyaya ang pamamahalan na sa'yo nagmula. Isang lider upang manguna, pag-ibig sa iglesia
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.